Okay, so all of us in this world live under one world religion. Say it all together now. Capitalism. That is the world's religion. Maybe you're familiar with it. You know, the thing where you give away your dignity and you sell the hours of your life. So this idea that a couple of books, silly little books, are ruining all of our lives, even if we want no involvement, is really the thing we should be thinking about. Because I truly think, okay, first of all, I've been reading the Bible a lot lately, and the stories in that book are absolutely horrifying. And I want to say this too. If God himself or herself came down and told me, hey, this is a story, I want you to tell everyone this story about how it begins and how it ends, why would you spoil the story, first of all? Secondly, if the story ends that way, why would I tell people that? I'm going to let them live their lives and be happy. I'm not going to tell them that. You can drag me straight to hell if you want to, if it even exists, but I will not be doing that, God. No, thank you. So you should ask yourself why these books even exist. And no one cares about your silly books. We don't care. I understand that everyone needs faith. I am a very faithful person, to be honest with you. I'm not religious at all. But my faith runs deep because I do not believe that humanity will be its own end, that it will be its own worst enemy, that it will believe these little books for the rest of time. It would be too embarrassing. And we'd be forgetting the first thing I mentioned, that the religion we live under has nothing to do with religion whatsoever. We're all being completely ignored for finances, and it's happening again in the Middle East. I'm being simplistic here, but this is not fair, obviously, anymore. To be living in this world where the band-aid of religion and someone in the sky keeping control of you can still work or be valid in any way. It's primitive. And if it's offensive to you, that means it resonates with you. So think about that for yourself. Also, in all of these stories, God created man in his image. So everything you see here, this is of God. Your God is not good. And that's fine. I believe the creation holds everything. That's just something that you have to understand and deal with being an adult. I wasn't going to share this story. My grandmother was I don't want to say she was a cult leader, but she was a new age sort of spiritualist. And she was of the belief that the planet was going to tilt on its axis and all the places that were land were going to be water, that type of thing. But she also did Reiki and past life regression. She was very spiritual. But she lived on top of a mountain with her followers, her congregation. And I was like, what if this never happens, right? And these people are incentivized by these prophecies of how things are going to end. And everyone obviously wants to rush it. Imagine how many lifetimes that people have trying to say, I want to be there for the big show when Jesus comes back and Satan's here. Also, I mentioned this maybe in another video, but Muslim end of days prophecy has Jesus coming back to help. Interesting. I don't know when people will learn to have faith in themselves and have faith in each other. And you can only develop faith if you actually have faith and you act faithfully towards the society that you live in. This TikTok is my act of faith. One of many. And yeah, it's embarrassing. It's cringe sometimes. But I believe in this. I'm not going to wait for someone else to tell me what my prophecy is. I don't need that. Also, I'm a bit of an alchemy studier. And I think that nothing's ever the same. And I don't think any of us realize that. Situations can look the same, but they're not the same. The ingredients are not the same here. And finally, these world leaders are telling us openly, it's getting too flagrant now. And I say this all the time about other political things. These people will do themselves in because they go too far thinking that we're idiots. The president has not come and explained to us, hey, this is why we're allies with Israel. Just come and explain yourself and substantiate it. And then we might be okay, maybe. Is there a portal to another universe in Israel that we need to have? What's going on? It needs to make sense. But anyways, I know you guys are sad. I'm not trying to be an inspirational speaker. And I actually feel kind of dumb saying this. But please keep the faith. I actually feel like a bunch of brothers got together at the beginning of time and said, you write the Torah, you write the Quran, I'll write the Bible. And then we'll give it out for free. We'll get who we get. And then we'll hedge them against each other at the end. The end of times. Also, imagine all the animals and other species have to watch here, while we're doing all this. That's your God. They're your God just doing this. Whatever. I'm not here to judge your God. I just think that we don't have to have faith in things that are clearly not real. When I'm reading the Bible, I think, what kind of dark, sick mind even put this on paper? I would never want anyone to know I even thought of that. And people are oh, that's stuff that used to happen. No, I'm pretty sure it's not. Because TV, people learn things by example. But anyways, am I rambling now? Yeah, all these religious wars, you guys, our war is against people forcing us to sell ourselves, asking us to give our souls away, asking us to never have time to think about the nature of reality. What are we all doing here? Not only that, what are we doing here? But now we're bombing each other, destroying each other without knowing this answer to why we're here. And it's about religion, the thing that explains to us why we're here. Okay. No more.